To assign tasks, there are two ways of doing so. Either you can go to the project section, select the project, and go to the tasks, or you can directly go to the task sections from the top nav bar. Once you are in the task section, you can click on the create task button on the top right. Under this, please select create task. Once you do this, it will request you to select a project. In our scenario, we will select 3 BHK villa. We'll submit this. We will add the task name over here. Okay. Over here, we'll select the start date and the end date of the task. In our scenario, it's going to be from 12 June to 18 June. You can select the assignee from here. You can select a unit of measurement. By default, this is in percentage, which is widely used, but let's say you're tracking this task completion in any other unit. That could be either job, it could be meter, it could be feet, right? You can select that so that you know that how much of the task has been completed. I'm going to go ahead with percentage. You can add a note over here so that this note will help the assignee understand the task better. If this is a priority task, you can simply enable this. If you want to give any reference image to the assignee so that they know what their task is better, you can click on attachments. You can either select from a local computer file or you can select from the file manager. Since we don't have any files in the file manager, we are going to go ahead with the local computer and we are going to basically attach this particular image, right? If you are subcontracting this task, that means any subcontractor is going to be working on this, and the assignee Saharsh Jain would be basically looking after the completion or looking after how much the subcontractor has performed the task. You can select the vendor from the drop down below. In the checklist, you can add some important checklist that needs to be followed for this task completion. In our scenario, there is nothing as of now. If there is any attachment that is mandatory to be put up by the assignee so that they can mark the task as completed, you can enable this. If it is a recurring task, you can enable this particular button and you can select from here if it's going to repeat daily or on a weekly manner, right? Once you have added all of these details, you can simply click on submit. Once submitted, you can see the task here in my tasks, or you can also see it on all tasks, right? This will all tasks basically displays you all the tasks of that particular project and all of the organization in which you are added, right? Assigned by me displays all the tasks that you have assigned to somebody else, and my task basically displays the tasks that are there for you, right? In this scenario, we receive this particular task. So now to update the progress of this particular task, simply click on this progress button over here, right? Select it in the percentage wise, or you can also type it in. So assuming that 40% of the task has been completed, I can simply update this, right? Now if you put it to 100%, this task is marked as completed, but you can see here that there is an error that all forms or checklists must be filled before the task is marked as completed. So since we had made attachments mandatory, I cannot complete this task until and unless I put up any particular attachment, right? So I will simply click on the task name over here. I will scroll down to the bottom and I can see attach files. When I attach files, I have attached a sample file over here, right? And now if I mark the progress as 100%, you can see that the task has been marked as completed. Okay, now assuming that our task was in progress and there is some issue that arises on the site due to which I am not able to complete this particular task. In that scenario, I will simply click on the task. I will raise an issue. So raising an issue is very simple. It is like creating another task itself. So you have mentioned that the issue is pipeline leakage and this needs to be completed before the 14th of June, so that we are on track and we can complete the entire pipeline by the 18th of June, right? I will again assign it to somebody who is going to look after completing this issue, right? If it is going to be a subcontractor, I'm going to add the subcontractor as well. Now in the note I can give a basic brief as to like what the issue was, right? So this could be something like something like this, right? Again, I can mark this issue as priority or as an attachment, and I can simply submit this. Once submitted, you can see that our main task, that is implement water pipeline for the villa, now has a caution symbol. That means that this task has pending issues that needs to be resolved so that this task can get completed. Now, if I try to complete this task to 100%, it will not allow me to, and it will give me an error that child task is mandatory. The reason behind that is that it has an open issue which has not been resolved yet. To see the issue, we can simply click on the task and we can see the issues which is marked to that. So in our scenario, the issue is pipeline leakage, right? This is the issue that is there associated with this particular main task. Now the moment I complete this issue, okay, you can see that the caution symbol has gone away. That means that all the issues have now been resolved and completed, and now like usual I will be able to complete this particular task.